Does anyone actually know the rules to AFL at the moment? And I don't mean can you remember them from 10 years ago when there were actual fucking rules. I mean, does anyone know what the fucking umpire is going to do at any given moment in a game these days? I mean, after watching on the weekend, the players certainly don't have a clue.
But the Ashcroft boys combined. Just that brotherly connection. Brilliant run down by off. No whistle.
Play on. Play on.
It's play on. They all stopped. They were waiting for the whistle. There was no whistle.
And don't get me wrong, I love AFL. Well, I think I do. It's literally the only sport I watch. But imagine if you were trying to explain the rules of AFL to someone from overseas who was watching a game for the first time. You'd be like, well, sometimes you can drop the ball and sometimes you can't. Usually a kick has to be 15 metres, but this week it has to be 25. Sometimes that player would get a free for contact below the knees, but if the other player gets concussed, it's the guy with the broken legs' fault. I mean, I don't watch rugby league, but fuck, at least I know the rules. Men who look like fridges run at each other and they aren't allowed to throw it forward. After 6 tackles, the other team gets a go. And if you break someone's spine, it's a penalty. I mean, fuck, honestly though, how does the AFL expect to grow the game when you can't even explain the fucking rules? In fact, I'd go as far as to say that there are no rules in AFL. You just feed an incident into a decision-making matrix and then run it through an emotional flow chart and then come up with a nice vibe. It's basically fucking voodoo at this point. Like, what the fuck is insufficient intent? We could simply ask what a player did, i.e. did he kick it out of bounds? But no, instead we're asking umpires to take on their lived experiences, absorb all their hopes and dreams, see the world through their eyes, and then try and figure out what the fuck he intended to do. We're about a week away from out of bounds being decided by having a player's auras photographed and then testing their chakras. I mean, fuck, at this point, umpires may as well make decisions by going through the entrails of a dead animal like an ancient fucking wizard. And when will we have enough umpires? We used to have a couple, which meant decisions were usually pretty consistent within a game. Now there are 650 fucking umpires per game, and none of them work full time. It's not under 10 soccer. You can't just get a kid from under 12s to fucking referee. How is $1 billion a year sport being adjudicated by people who have another fucking job during the week? And let's face it, the MRO is just there to punish concussions. If you're standing near a guy who punches himself in the face until he fucking gets concussed, you get 3 weeks for it, right? But you could do a full-blown fucking September 11, and as long as no one's concussed, it'd just be a $1,000 fine. And instead of fixing the rules, like the fans have been screaming out for, so normal people can fucking understand them, the AFL announced a 9-match cultural heritage series to celebrate the people from all over the world who would love to fucking watch or play AFL, but can't because there's no way of explaining the fucking rules to them. And don't even get me fucking started on an opening round. Fucking